a promise beyond distance. In a quiet African village where children's laughter mixed with the cries of roosters and the goats argued more than the elders, there lived two inseparable friends, a boy named Keto and a girl named Amara. From childhood, they were like two seeds planted in the same hole. They played together, studied together, and even got scolded together. If you saw Amara carrying a bucket of water, you could be sure Kato was beside her, pretending his stick was a spear, defending her from imaginary lions. When they grew older, their paths began to change. Amara became a teacher, guiding the village children with chalk-stained fingers and a heart as bright as the morning sun. Kato, clever and ambitious, won a scholarship to study abroad. On the night before his departure, they sat beneath the wide arms of the old baobab tree, where generations of lovers had whispered their secrets. Imara, Kato said softly, "Promise me this. Do not marry anyone until I return. My heart belongs to you, and I will come back for you." Imara looked at him, her eyes shining like the stars above. "A promise, but you two don't let any woman steal you away. I will wait." And so, their promise was sealed, not with rings but with faith. At first their love stretched across the ocean through letters and phone calls. Every week Amara would wait eagerly for news. "Good morning, my love. Good night, my heart." But after 3 months, the letters stopped. The phone fell silent. It was as if the ocean had swallowed Kato whole. Still, Amare waited. Many suitors came, some rich, some handsome, some both rich and handsome. They brought gifts, promises of a comfortable life, and smiles as sweet as ripe mangoes. But Amara shook her head. "No," she would say firmly, "I gave my word." Her parents grew angry. "Amara," her mother cried one evening, "your friends are mothers now. Do you want to become an aunt to everyone's children? You are not getting younger." Her father sighed heavily. "Do you think this boy is Moses? Will he return after 40 years from the mountain? Wake up, child." The village joined in the mockery. At the market, women clucked their tongues. "Amara is still waiting for her lost lover. He is probably married in London with 5 children by now." One sneered. At the well, men chuckled. "By the time he comes back, she will be teaching her grandchildren in school." Even the goats seemed to bleat in pity when they saw her pass. But Amara's heart did not waver. She held on to her promise like a candle flickering bravely against the wind. Far across the seas, Keto's life was nothing like the dream. The company that sponsored his scholarship went bankrupt, leaving him with no money, no room, and no hope. He slept on benches, carried his books in a torn plastic bag, and ate whatever scraps he could find. Once, as the rain poured mercilessly, he huddled under a bridge and wept. He thought of Amara, but shame kept him from writing. One evening, as he wandered the city streets, he saw an old woman collapse. Without hesitation, he rushed to her side, carried her home, and nursed her back to health. "Young man," she asked weakly, "where is your family?" "I have no one here," Koto admitted, his voice heavy. "Only struggle." The old woman, who owned a large company but had no children of her own, saw his honesty and kindness. She took him in, gave him work, and helped him finish his studies part-time. Years later, when she passed away, she left him her entire fortune. With a grateful heart and pockets now filled with the blessing of faith, Kato returned to his village. The day he arrived, the marketplace was buzzing as usual with gossip and bargaining. Suddenly, a sleek car rolled down the dusty road. Children chased after it, shouting. The villagers craned their necks as a tall man in a fine suit stepped out. At first, they blinked in disbelief. "Hey, is this not the ghost we buried in our gossip?" one woman gasped. "My eyes must be lying," an old man said. rubbing them. The boy has returned. Kato did not linger in the market. He walked straight to the school where Amara was teaching. She turned from the blackboard, chalk in hand, and froze. There he was, older, stronger, but with the same eyes that had once promised her the world. Amara, Kato said gently, I kept my promise. I have come back for you. Tears rolled down her cheeks. They all laughed at me, she whispered, but my heart knew you would return. That very day, under the baobab tree where it all began, Keto asked for her hand in marriage. This time, no one laughed. Instead, the same villagers who had mocked her danced and sang at their wedding, pretending they had always believed. And so, Amara's faith and Kato's kindness bore fruit at last. The moral: true love is patient, but it is not foolish. It waits with faith, not fear. Kindness, even in your darkest hour, can open doors you never imagined. And above all, never mock the hopeful, for hope is a seed that often grows where you least expect it. If you were Amara, would you have waited for Kato to come back, or just moved on with your life? Want to hear more stories? Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.